First tonight, sifting through candidates. The Free National Movement is preparing its slate of candidates for the 2026 general election. Plus, new regulations are now in place, allowing the Department of Environmental Planning and Protection to implement immediate spot fines. And then the Ministry of Aviation to partner with the nation's fly carrier to address legacy issues surrounding the airline. We'll tell you how. These stories and so much more as Our News Weekend starts now. This is Our News Weekend. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Megan Shepard. What you are looking at right now are graphic scenes from an apparent explosion that occurred shortly after 4 p.m. in the area of Blue Hill Road. Superintendent of Police Damaris Ambrister telling reporters fire crews arrived within minutes of the blast. He says investigations are still ongoing and details are limited at this time.
Upon their arrival, they would have met, which you'll see here, a single slave strand structure that will receive extensive barriers. And some adjacent nearby buildings that have also received damages. What you can say at this time is that the fuel truck, an LPG truck, they were fueling an LPG tank when the excursion occurred. As a result of that, some 9 persons will receive injuries and they were transported to the hospital at the start. Can you say how severe the injuries were? At this time, I'm unable to say that they have all been transported already by AS personnel.
Can you say if any of your children are about?
At this time, we can't see that 2 of them have been kicks.
And other residents of this home?
There have been residents of this home as well as the rivals. Person working along with him in the LPG truck.
With the next general election set for 2026, the Free National Movement has already started sifting through candidates to throw their hats in the race for the 39 constituencies. In the snap election of September 2021, the FNM, under the leadership of former Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis, suffered a crushing defeat, securing only 7 of the 39 seats in Parliament. Free National Movement leader Michael Pintard, speaking on the sidelines of the 2024 Boxing Day Junkanoo Parade, said the process is moving along well.
We are moving steadily in that direction. We expect early in the year you will hear from more of those persons who privately know for a fact that they will in fact be running. And so once they get through the Christmas season, you'll see more of them and hear more from them.
Pintard assured multiple people have already been given the green light. However, all eyes will be on Killarney to see if former Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis will be ratified by the party he once led. It comes on the heels of a clear split within the party that saw a faction supporting Dr. Minnis and a faction supporting Pintard. When asked how many people were confirmed, Pintard said this.
A number of persons have been tapped on the shoulder. They know what time it is.
How many persons?
We can't say at this time.
The government has introduced new regulations allowing the Department of Environmental Planning and Protection to implement immediate spot fines for environmental infractions. Back in 2022, 30,000 gallons of diesel were spilled in waters in Exuma. Back in July of 2024, an oil tanker overturned spilling diesel on an Abaco highway. Attorney General Ryan Pinder Casey says the regulations will also assist with lessening the load on the court system.
How it was drafted before that the former administration put forward, every single violation of the environmental laws, you would have to go to court. Clearly, we've just been speaking about trying to create efficiencies within the court system, and to have to bring every single violation to court to enforce was not really practical. Certainly major matters would still be brought to court because they would have criminal implications. But certainly now the Department of Environmental Planning and Protection has the ability to issue spot fines.
He says the government is of the view that fines will encourage people to be more compliant with environmental regulations and give the department the power it needs. When asked if fines have been handed down as yet, the Attorney General said this.
I know that they were looking at a number of violations to enforce and waiting upon the regulations to come into effect. So it's quite possible there have.
Meantime, Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation Chester Cooper is addressing ongoing challenges at Bahamas Air, describing the airline's issues as legacy problems that require significant attention. Cooper commented on last week's staff sick-out, which severely disrupted operations, causing major delays and cancellations both domestically and internationally. He assured reporters during the 2024 Boxing Day parade that his ministry and Bahamas Air Management are fully aware of the issues and are working to address them. Cooper acknowledged that the national flag carrier has struggled for decades, but reassured the public that reforms are on the horizon, promising significant improvements to ensure reliability and efficiency.
Bahamas Air has legacy issues for decades. I think we are working through them. It's an airline that's in need of significant resources, and in 2025 we'll be applying strategies really to help to reform Bahamas Air. That's a big plan in the works.
When Our News Weekend comes back from the break, a mother still in mourning. A candlelight vigil held yesterday to honor the memory of Dino Bain. We'll tell you about the celebration of life when Our News Weekend returns.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price, and you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
On December 28, 2023, a young man named Dino Bain lost his life in a police-involved shooting just 1 day shy of his birthday. On the anniversary of his death, family members met through Dean Street, where the incident took place, to honor his memory. We spoke to Dino's mother, Marva Bain, who says they are still waiting for the matter to be brought before the coroner's court. Overwhelmed with emotion, she shares what her son's final words were to her.
My last memories of my son is that he just told me before he died, Mommy, what are you buying me for my birthday? Mommy, what are you buying me for my birthday?
And with tears welling in her eyes, she said she constantly battles with grief, and this past year was a roller coaster of emotions no mother could fathom going through.
Hard, and it's still hard. But we just trying to see if we could work it out. But it's been hard for us. I feel bad. Because many nights I think about him that I only could see 2 of my boys and not him.
Still to come on Our News Weekend, taking your dream event from concept to reality. Our Marlena Leonard checks in at the point to tell you how their team can help. But first,
Bahamians have a strong night on the court and see who's getting ready for a big-time bowl game next on Our Sports Weekend.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price, and you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
Good evening, welcome to Our Sports Weekend. I'm Tej Adderley. Saturday night was a busy one on the court in the NCAA and the NBA, and Bahamians put in work. Dayton Aubrey and his Utah State Aggies overcame overwhelming odds to get a huge upset. They rallied from down 18 to get a 67-66 win over the 20th-ranked San Diego State Aztecs. He had 11 points and 5 rebounds to the effort. Donnie Freeman had another strong showing for the Syracuse Orange. He scored 15 points and grabbed 11 rebounds to help them to a 75-63 win over Bucknell. Over in the association, Bahamians squared up with DeAndre Ayton's Portland Trail Blazers, getting the win over Klay Thompson and the Dallas Mavericks. The New Providence-born big man got the upper hand, scoring 21 points to go with 16 rebounds and 3 blocks. Klay had 12 points in the loss, and Buddy Hield was scoreless as his Warriors broke their 3-game losing streak, beating the Phoenix Suns 109-105. Now we're going to head over to the gridiron, where a Bahamian prepares for the biggest game of his career. Prince John and the Boise State Broncos will play the Penn State Nittany Lions in the VRBO Fiesta Bowl on Tuesday in Arizona. Strawn and the Broncos have amassed a 12-1 record, winning the Mountain West Conference, with their one loss coming to number 1 and national championship favorite Oregon in a 37-34 shootout. Now they're in the college football playoff quarterfinal. Strawn has 21 catches for 264 yards and a touchdown on the season. His team features Aston Ginty, the leading rusher in the country. They'll have everything they can handle against a fast and physical Penn State defense, coming off last week's win against Southern Methodist University. The Prince and the Broncos will play on Tuesday night at 7:30 p.m. Check that out if you can. That's a wrap for weekend sports for the year. For Our Sports Weekend, I'm Tej Adderley. See you in 2025.
Thanks so much, Tej. On the other side of this break, meteorologist Ian McKenzie joins us from the Weather Center with a check on temperatures. Stick with us.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price. And you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
Welcome back. Well, we are just days away from the highly anticipated New Year's Day Junkanoo Parade. And if you're wondering what the weather will be like as you support your favorite group, well, Ian McKenzie has those answers. Ian.
Thanks, Megan, and good evening, Bahamas. Welcome to your Sunday evening forecast. We're currently outside our studios under partly cloudy skies with a temperature of 74. Winds are from the east-northeast at 10 miles per hour. Comfortable feels-like temperature also at 74. Temperatures across the country. Freeport, we have 75, 74s in Allenstown, Great Albuquerque, and in Marsh Harbor. 74 also in the capital, 73 in Governor's Harbor, Eleuthera. Central Bahamas, we have 75s continuing in Camps Bay and in Georgetown, 72 in Arthurstown, 74 in Deadman's Key, and 73 in Coburn Town and Salvador. Southeast Bahamas, Duncantown at 76, Matthewtown as well as Providenciales, 73 in Colonel Hill, 74 in Delectable Bay, and 75 in Abrahams Bay, Mayaguana. Satellite and radar imagery, very interesting. We have a squall line ahead of a cold front moving across the southeast Florida area. This should put a damper on travel plans for you folks trying to return home. Elsewhere across the central and southeast Bahamas, high pressure dominating that area. Should continue to be fair conditions. Expect few of those showers to pop across the northwest Bahamas tonight and into tomorrow. Boating forecast still a bit on the choppy side due to those swells. Small craft exercise caution as well as swimmers high risk of rip currents. Wind southerly at 10 to 15 knots, seas 2 to 4 feet, but up to 7 feet offshore in those swells. Low tide at 12:39 a.m. tonight. High tide at 7:39 a.m. tomorrow. Central and southeast Bahamas, pretty much the same winds, east to southeast 10 to 15. Still low swells out there. Seas 2 to 4, but up to 7 feet in those northeasterly swells. And in your extended forecast, as we move into the new year, some showers lingering courtesy of that front. We have a front expected to clip our area Wednesday. That puts about a 10% chance for showers into New Year's morning. A next front Thursday, and then we expect another front on the weekend. So we're going to see those temperatures begin to tumble as we move into the first week of January. That's a wrap in the evening forecast. Make it a great, safe, fun week, everyone.
Thanks so much, Ian. While Christmas may be over and the holiday parties will be winding to a close after the new year, there will always be things motivating us all to get together. Whether it's business, birthdays, a wedding, or just for fun, the Point Complex has the locations and the team to make your dream event a reality. Our Marlena Leonard recently caught up with their Director of Catering and Conventions, Catrice Nesbitt-Dames.
We can have from the boardroom, it starts at 10. Up to an event up to like 400 to 500 persons. We're very much open to assist and accommodate any event desired. You know, everyone asks us a question, Catrice, what do you do? And I'm like, the only thing I'm here is to do what you desire. So we're here to assist with any event from 2 all the way to 400 to 500.
And when it comes to locations, the world's your oyster. There are a variety of options from lawn spaces and even a new cigar lounge area outdoors to their ballrooms and meeting spaces on the inside. At the time of our interview, Nesbitt Dames shared the spaces were all booked out for the day, the property buzzing with holiday events underway. Just how does she do it all?
It's never the same event. It's always you still have the the joy of putting a smile and meeting guest expectation. They put a plan together. I put the logistics, I put the food, I assist with decorations, I assist with all of the planning part, comes all together, and it's just one memorable event.
And depending on the style of your event, you can choose between the historic, regal elements of the British colonial, or if you'd rather lean into the fun, tropical escapism of the Margaritaville Beach Resort. The best part is, whether you go for the Margaritaville or the British colonial, you're still checking off that famous priority of location, location, location.
We are very centrally located. I will say that we're not far from anything. The airport is only approximately 15 minutes away. We're right downtown. Our guests can just walk downtown if they want that Nassau feel, I will say. All of the features that, because we are centrally located, we're not far from all of the other highlights that the island has to offer as well.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Marlena Leonard.
Thanks so much, Marlena. It's been a big year in news, and tonight the Our News team takes a look back at the biggest news stories of the year, from history-making chaos in Parliament, Junkanoo drama, shocking crimes, persistent power woes, and a new world record on the track. The Our News Year in Review will stream live on our Facebook and YouTube pages at 8 p.m. Stay tuned now as we take a look back at the year that was 2024, the highs, the lows, and everything in between. And with that, we thank you so much for joining us for Our News Weekend. On this final Sunday of the year, we want to thank all of you for your support and viewership throughout the entire year. We want to wish you and yours a happy, healthy, and prosperous new year, and we hope you continue to stick with the team you already trust in 2025. On behalf of the entire Weekend team, I'm Megan Shepherd. Have a safe and wonderful evening. Our News Year in Review starts now. Hey guys, Megan Shepherd here. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to click that subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. Just click right over here. And don't forget to turn on your notifications so you stay up to date with content like this from the team you already trust.